All right, brother. I appreciate you coming to my apartment for this podcast. So what my podcast is, it's me getting with different people like yourself, talk about different life shit, either depression, relationships, whatever the case may be. But I wanted to talk about your talent and how you got to where you are. So if you just want to introduce yourself to me, because this is our first time meeting officially. So yeah, man, we'll just go from there.
Yes, I'm Tyrese Mathews, as you know, but what I do is I customize shoes. I'm actually I got a lot of stuff on the table that I'm trying to do right now, but I believe this is what's going to open up the door for everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how would I say it? I got, a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and if you can hold this hand closer.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I mean, I know I want to move hands too. This shit's it's fun once you get comfortable. But I feel you. Yeah,
it's my first time, so yeah, you gotta work with it.
It's all good. I mean, shit. Eventually, people are gonna start booking you. I had to do this when it was free. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm doing it when it's free.
But yeah, I'm starting up a YouTube channel. I got some of my shoe videos on there. Later on the 15th, actually, we're starting up a gun channel.
Okay.
Where I'm teaching gun safety, how to break down your firearm, stuff like that. So, we got a lot coming.
Yeah, I made an effort. So I bought a Smith & Wesson 380 shield.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, and I made an effort to learn how to take it apart and clean it and all that shit. Just because, I mean, people think guns are cool. And they are. The different designs, everything about them is unique. But when it comes down to the basic of protecting yourself and your family, then you need to treat this thing with respect. Because without this thing, something can go wrong.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, I think that's beautiful, especially in the places that we grew up.
Man, yes.
We've been around them. We've seen them. We know what they do. But we don't comprehend fully how it can impact everything. Sir. You know, my cousin he's going through his things because of a gun right now, and it can cost him his life, right? Just for anger or whatever the case may be. Like, we have to understand this shit is for real. You feel me? So, yeah, I mean, I think that's beautiful. Yeah. So, where did you get that idea from? Like, that's unique, especially you know. Everything that you're doing now, like, let me set aside my time to educate people for the better.
Yes, sir. Where I got it from, I had a friend named Sal back in the day, and it was a couple years back. I ain't gonna lie, we were messing around with a weapon and stuff like that. I wasn't there that day, but he was with my other friends, and they're listening to music, getting hype and stuff like that, and he ended up shooting himself. So that's where that came from. Like, when I was sitting in the room and stuff like that, I was in my feelings and shit over that. My mom came in there and she sat down and talked to me and shit. She was saying, like, use this as a way to teach other people gun safety and not to play around guns. Guns are not toys, they're tools.
Right.
So use it like one. When you have a wrench and stuff like that, you know not to hit somebody in the head with it. You know it's a tool when it comes time to use it. So she actually brought me the idea, and it just snapped to, like, his death anniversary. Like, it was just a couple months ago. And when it came up, I actually thought of that conversation me and my mother had. So that's when I was like, man, maybe I can come up. Like, I got guns now. Like, I'm already doing the shoe stuff, and I'm getting the little fan base built up on Facebook. So I might as well just start trying to start a gun tube.
Yeah. And that's beautiful that your mom would be. So I'm a parent, and me wanting to teach my son everything he needs to be successful in life is really detrimental to me. And sometimes parents will overreact just because you're associated with these people. I've noticed, especially in my own life, my parents never taught to educate. They just taught to dictate. You feel me? Like, you can't do this. You can't hang out with them guys no more. They're hoodlum. But show them how to be different. Be that. Like, that's the thing. You know, growing up in the hood, like, oh, these people are going to influence my child. Well, raise your child enough to influence them.
Yes,
you feel me? So
that's good. I like that.
Thank you. And I feel like let's start there. What was your childhood like? Like, how did how'd you get to this point?
I
Like,
know.
I know I asked that earlier, but I love hearing the whole spiel, the whole transition from boy
I
to
understand.
teenager to man.
I got you. Like, I'm from Tulsa, but growing up, I sort of, like, my younger years, I stayed in Sapulpa for a little bit. So I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nerdy motherfucker. So
Yeah,
running around.
for
and
sure.
shit
I mean,
like that.
you see this. Like,
Hell
I'm not faking it. I have a
Hell
comic
yeah.
book podcast. I'm not faking the
yeah.
funk.
Man, so when we moved to Tulsa, my mom and my pops ended up getting a divorce and stuff like that. So we ended up moving to Tulsa in these apartments called Pomeroy. They're called Pomeroy Apartments. Back in the day, man, they was known for, like, it was like the worst apartments, and every day there was something going on. So the friends that I had made over there made me toughen up.
Yeah.
Like, so basically hopping in the streets. We always outside doing bad shit, breaking windows, normal shit that bad kids do.
Normal bad kid shit. Like, this is the thing. Like, black people are so inspirational with everything, good, bad, the ugly. In every hood, you're gonna get some badass kids breaking shit.
I'm telling you.
Like, for no reason. This shit's not even cool now. If I break my dishes, I'm upset.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you. So yeah, like, finally I started going to Tulsa schools, stuff like that, and eventually, like, you're gonna start wanting some money. Like, damn, I need to give me some money. Hop in the streets doing dumb shit, but I still have I was raised in a good home. I admit that.
Yeah,
so
you're not gonna be John Morant because this nigga, I don't know what he's doing. Okay, he's doing the most.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be no John Morant. Fuck all that. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was heading down that road though. Shit, you'll see. There was a time where every time you open up Snapchat, I had a firearm. I was doing all that shit. So I admit that. But me, I say it was mostly like I was highly influenced. Like, deep down, I knew the shit was wrong, but I wanted to look cool in front of my homeboy. Yeah. So I did whatever. So
did you stay with your mom and your dad in these apartments?
I stayed with my mom, and her working, she was never really there all the time. So
yeah, and see that's one day when you decide to have kids. One day, you're gonna see how much of a role a father plays.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm not saying your father did anything wrong by any means, but if it was up to me, I would want my son to be with me, because now we are seeing, even if these boys are a little bit older or whatever the case may be, we can't tell them our mom, because she's gonna, oh no, they're not your friends if they think you're weak. Like, but a father would be like, I don't care. You're gonna stand on you're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. Don't be like. There's a difference coming from your father and from your mother. So I can see where the influence comes from. I was raised by my mom, and my mom's white. So it's like, I have to be black enough. You feel me?
Two worlds.
Yeah, I have to be black enough.
Worlds.
I can't be soft. But on the other hand, it was like I was timid. I was, I didn't really look for altercations, but I hung out with the cool kids, right?
Hung out with,
I mean, I would talk about fucking bitches, but I would never approach one, right?
Yeah.
So it was like different things that I felt like if I had my father, I would have been a little better at dealing. Of course, at dealing with things. So, that was a question I was going to ask. Like, how did that? How was the influence that strong if the relationship with both parents were good? But I can see how.
Yeah.
That would play a part into it.
Like what you just said a few seconds ago, like a kid definitely needs his father. I say a kid needs both parents.
Yeah.
You learn from your mother, you learn like later on what to look for.
Right, yeah.
In a woman. Everybody looks for their mama in a woman.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, that's what you're supposed to do.
Hey, so sometimes I did stand-up comedy a couple years ago, and I had a joke about that. I was like, man, they say you find your mother in a girl. And I was like, you know what? Since my mom's white, I went to go find me a black girl. And my mom and my son's mom is so similar, and it pisses me off, right? But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother topic. That's why me and that bitch ain't together, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
But no, man, I mean, it's beautiful when you find the good qualities. You feel me? But and I don't feel like I found the good qualities.
She has to be a good mother.
Right, there we go.
I have a good mother.
My mom's lovely.
Exactly. We all
it's just
everybody got their issues. Everybody got their own issues. I admit that.
But yeah, man. So growing up in these apartments, like, when did you finally get to a point to where, like, all right, this is not me. I'm gonna stop faking the funk.
Shit. I say that shit just clicked to me about like a year or two ago, honestly.
Yeah.
But really, is I just got to looking around like, shit, like, what? I can't do this shit forever. Like,
Yeah.
you gonna get locked up. Shit, one of your homeboys end up robbing you or some shit. Like, that's what I was honestly thinking to myself. So that made me pick up the shoe shit really, like, and get serious with it.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I took off with it, and that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, so that takes real creative skill to envision something and then put it on canvas. Were you always artistic as a child, or where did that come from? Because for me, I can't draw a fucking stick figure, right? One's gonna. I don't even want to go into it. It's gonna be disrespectful, but when did you know that you were? I'm not gonna say gifted, because you guys work hard at what you do. I'm pretty sure countless times you're like, this shit's trash. This shit's trash. So I'm not gonna say gift, but to me, it's a gift. When did you find this gift of yours?
I ain't gonna lie, like, I give that, when it comes to the drawing and stuff like that, I give my pops all the props to that, because he was always the one up every night drawing and stuff like that. Me being curious, I would always be looking over his shoulder and stuff. Eventually, I just got down there and started copying everything that he does, and that's where my creative skill came from.
Yeah. So that's a beautiful segue. So what, I mean, okay, 2 questions. What did you learn from your dad that you are holding now as a man yourself? And just answer that one, and I'll come up with a second one.
Yeah, my pops, he taught me everything, how to be a stand-up man, all that. Never let nobody walk over you, shit. Like, he was definitely there in my life, but I did stay with my mother. Shit, I saw him almost every day and shit, just like they were still together, basically. Yeah. He was coming over. It's just, they did what they're supposed to as a parents that divorce. Make it about the kids.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're supposed to. And he did what he was supposed to, and everything I get as a man, like, I give him props for it. But when it comes to my mother, shit, she the one who raised me. Yeah, that's the rock, for real. Yeah.
No, I mean, that's beautiful. I want to be that for my son as well. People ask me, what's my life goal? And I was like, when I die, I want my son to be like, I was glad he was my father. Yeah. Like, that's, even if that's so far away or whatever the case may be. Yep. If I know that he is set, regardless what it is, I succeeded. You know, in Black Panther, the dad was like, did I prepare you for my death? Because if I didn't, I failed you. And have I ever failed you? Man. Right? And that's my thing. Like, this podcasting shit was for him. Me losing weight was for him. Like, why would I leave him alone to be raised by another nigga who probably won't even care for him as much as I do? You feel me? So I need to do things in order to be here for him as long as I can. You know, even if I die when he's 10, he needs to know that, shit, everything that you need to succeed is here. You feel me? So, yeah, that's beautiful. So, getting your artistic skills from your father, how much did that play a role in your style? Because everybody has their style, either new school, old school, whatever the case may be. Did you get influenced by his type of style, or are you now doing your own thing? Yeah,
I'm definitely influenced by his style. I definitely say that. Like, every time, like, every shooter I make, like, he'll be coming over, he'd be like, oh, yeah. He was like, I definitely do these. Like, I'll make something like these. Like, everything that I do, he likes and appreciates it. Like, well, I wouldn't say appreciate. He's proud of it. Like, yeah, for sure. He was like, damn, we did these. Like, hell yeah, I did them. He's like, shit, I'm your son. You know I can do this shit. This shit is easy.
Yeah, that's dope, man. And I'm happy that you had somebody like him. You feel me? I didn't. You feel me? And that's the thing. It's like, this shit, it's actually real. Like, black men take care of their families. You feel me? Black men love their black boy. Like, I don't know that.
I'll say one thing. It's up to us to change that.
Oh, for sure.
You're gonna be there for
sure.
Kid. I'm gonna be there for my kids when I have them.
Right.
Like, a lot of people need to start being fathers, stepping up. Shit,
and that's the thing.
Change the narrative.
Before you called me, this is a little off the subject, but this girl made a little TikTok, saying, "Are you ready for court? I need my child support." Like, even though that shit, like, even though that shit is funny, it's like, how does that look for us as a whole? You feel me? Like I understand racist people are wrong for what they believe and how they portray everybody, but fuck, look what we're doing to ourselves. You feel me? So I love the thought process that a lot of young men are having now. Like, with this age of social media and seeing people get rich off YouTube or rich off shoot, like, now we want to do something with our lives. Like, now we want to take care of this shit that back in the day it was about what color do you have on or how much crack can you sell, like type shit. You feel me? So it's like, it's beautiful that the narrative is now being changed. So that's pretty dope.
I'm glad you said that, because like I be debating with my co-workers and shit like that all the time, but they be saying, like, I wouldn't even mention shit they say, but it's the best time in America to be black. Like, it really is. Shit, like, nothing is stopping you from being what you want to be.
Right. There
is no white man pulling no strings or nothing like that. They can get it easier, I ain't gonna lie, because they got hand-me-downs. Right. But we're gonna have to work a little bit harder, but you can be anybody. You can be anybody you want to be. You can do anything you want to do.
I agree. No, I 100% agree. But I also believe that it's going to be harder, but there are going to be so it's like roadblocks, right? And it's not even intentional. It's the cops think you smell like weed, or a woman thinks you're following her, where your life can be ended. You can do so much great shit. I understand, and that's what people don't think. Black people are not mad about not having opportunities. We can go to any school. We can do anything. But it's getting there and staying there. You feel me? It's the hard part. And that's what people don't understand. Of course, it's the best time. LeBron's a billionaire. Jay-Z's a billionaire. Kanye's like all these black men that we look up to. But in history, that doesn't hold a candle to how many of them were millionaires, whatever the case may be. You feel me? So it's like, it's beautiful to be black. We are so influential to everyone. But it's like, it's also now it's so scary because how many people are, my white daughter likes a black boy, or my son is sagging now, like, man, like, and they're not going to hate their kids, but they're going to hate the people they're imitating. And that's the scary shit, because you have these people who are law enforcement, you have these people who are politicians, and it's not that they hate the people, it's hate that their children don't want to be ideal. You feel me? So it's beautiful, but it's difficult at the same time. So again, it does take us to change us, which is, a beautiful thing. So yeah, man,
it's all a mindset thing. It always has been. It's always been a mindset thing. I feel like we too emotional about something. Like, we get in our feelings way too fast. Shit, we walking down the street, we see somebody, we stare at each other, mug or some shit. Whole time we not even thinking no bullshit. It's just the way we look. Yeah,
well, and see, I'm glad you came on, because this is a great topic.
It's a nigga moment.
Yeah, it is a nigga moment. But this is the thing. It's when was that created? We didn't create nigga moments. You feel me? Yeah. We had to fight each other because the slave master said. Yeah. We had to have sex with our mothers, our sisters, because they said. Yeah. They put us in a fucking ghetto and took out all the resources. You've been to North Tulsa. There ain't shit there. Yeah. What are we supposed to do? Besides sell weed to make a little bit of money, or rob, or be like, well, them niggas over here, we don't know them like that. So if they wear this color, well, let's just do this. And we fight.
That just goes back to what we just said a few seconds ago. It's gonna be harder, but there is a way.
Yeah, no, for sure, there is a way. But
instead of you can keep doing that for so long, they just gonna keep throwing you in jail because you're giving them a reason.
Exactly.
But
and
you gotta hit. Honestly, I encourage everybody, read. Get in the books, read whatever you want to go, whatever career you want to go in. You trying to get. Read books.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Like I said, I have a comic book podcast, so just reading. I didn't know how much my vocabulary went down until I started rereading comic books. I was like, what the fuck have I been doing with my life? Because if you think about it, you're reading like paraphrase shit on Facebook, or you know, you're talking to Siri. I was trying to read a book and was like, I am dumb as hell.
Fucking up.
Right? So yeah, and that's the beautiful thing. And it's like, you know, I mean, it's a run-on joke, but it's so true. It's like, if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. Right? You find out so much about who you are and what you're capable of just by reading something that somebody don't want you to read.
Yeah, really
right?
Shit.
And that's why people were upset with Kyrie, right? And I understand where other people will think he's being racist. Mm-hmm. But to the people who had nothing forever, just a spark of hope, why is that so detrimental to everything? Why would you cancel this man for encouraging people who look like him just to love themselves a little bit better? You probably met black girls who'd be like, my hair is too short, or I'm too dark, or a little black boy was like, I can never talk like that, or like just this certain shit like that.
Yeah, I understand that.
If I can give somebody a reason to say I'm black and beautiful, I'm black and important, why is that? I don't know. I'm trying to build up these people, and you're saying I'm hurting your feelings, right?
Hell yeah,
you feel me? And it's not for that at all. You feel me? Like, if I give a zebra some grass, why would a lion be like, well, why is he eating? Nigga, because you don't eat this. You don't need this. He needs it more than you. You feel me?
I hear you.
So, I don't know.
Man,
but
you speaking facts, bro. Real shit.
I just love my people a lot. You know, just like I said, I'm half white, right? Mm-hmm. But you wouldn't know that if I didn't tell you. You feel me?
Man, yeah, really
like,
shit.
My son's a full black boy. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So I'm not going to sit here and not go with what I am. You feel me? What I look like, what I feel, what you know, my DNA says I am. You feel me?
Yeah, I hear you.
So when I say these things and I have different reaction from different types of people, it's like, especially with the Black Lives Matter that I got tattooed, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, for you to think opposite of what I'm saying shows what the problem is. Mm-hmm. If I say a black person matters and you automatically have to say everybody matters, well, why wasn't he included in everybody to begin with?
Oh yeah, real
you feel
shit.
me? Like, we're not gonna say my foot hurt if my whole body hurts. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like, we're identifying the problem.
Yeah.
But you're just seeing it as disrespect.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that one, real shit.
But anyway, let's go back to why we're here.
Yeah, we're gonna be on that topic forever.
Right, man. Fuck. But no, man. It's just a beautiful thing seeing how far we came and how much we're doing. I mean, I guess it ties into what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. 40, 50 years ago, when was this ever an option for people to do? Shit. Like, when did we have this much recognition? So again, I'm not saying America is horrible, because I wouldn't rather be in any other country.
Hell no.
Because of what we've brought to this motherfucker.
I'll
you
go
feel me?
Visit, but I'm coming back home.
I'm definitely coming to this motherfucker.
Coming back home.
They were like, go to your. They can say, go back to your country, nigga. I did, and I came right back here. You feel me?
I mean, I want to go to Africa. I'm coming back home. Shit.
I can't run away from a fucking lion.
You ain't finna.
Man.
Shit, I ain't running from a nigga with a machete, nigga. Fuck the lion, nigga. A machete? Man, fuck that.
Right? I'd rather run from a shootout.
Shit, my bad.
See, that terrifies me. It's like,
I'm scared of the animals too, but you niggas got machetes over
man,
there.
that's why I couldn't let nobody kidnap me, because like the thought of you torturing me freaks me out more than you killing me. You're gonna have to kill me then, man. Terrifies the fuck out of me.
No, shit. But yeah, the lions and shit over there, yeah. But no, I want to see shit like that. I ain't gonna get close to them, but
right, yeah. And that's the thing, man. This is a whole nother topic, but that's why I don't think black people and Africans are really the same people. Because they be cool as fuck. I saw some Africans chilling with hyenas, and I know niggas are scared of pit bulls. Man. You feel me? I've ran from a chihuahua.
That shit, you feel me? It's cool until them motherfuckers sick them motherfuckers on your ass. Fuck that. Man, there's some Africans cool, but some of them motherfuckers is crazy.
Right. I'm not fucking with it. But anyway.
I love it, though. It'd be funny to watch on me. I wouldn't fuck with one, though. They gonna whip my ass.
Right.
Leave them alone.
So, with your art, did you have like a notebook that you would jot things down? Like, how? Actually, another cool question: when did you first started taking writing seriously? I don't know if you answered that one because I know the influence came from your dad, but when did you start taking it seriously?
You said drawing? Or
Yeah, drawing.
Oh, drawing, like, man, I took drawing seriously, like, a while, though. Like, I'll say, like, in Sapulpa, when I went to Sapulpa schools, I went to Liberty Elementary. I don't know if it's still a school or not, but we had a drawing test in, like, kindergarten, and I won first place.
Damn. Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah,
well,
I won first place.
Well, I asked that because you probably see in movies, if it comes up that this person's a real good artist and he's just drawing in every class, like he's getting in trouble, blah blah blah. Did your drawing ever get you in trouble at all in school? Because you just more focused on that.
Hell yeah, me and my other homeboys, shit, it got all of us in trouble because we was always drawing shit. We drawing on the tables, shit.
That's hilarious.
We drawing everywhere. If you walk in the classroom and there's something on the walls, we did it.
Yeah. Well, tell.
I ain't lying. Shit, we did.
We didn't even have to snitch. They just knew what was up.
Shit, we was writing messages and books and shit, putting them back in class.
Man, you remember? I don't know if they did that at yours, but it was like go to page 5, and then you go to page 5, go to page. Man, that used to piss me off.
You know it's gonna be on that page too. Everybody knows it's gonna be on that damn page.
Man, but we still go to it. Why do we go to it? That's a great fucking question.
Just to see it, because we like, man, what the fuck they don't put on page 5?
Right, man. So, shoes. This is going to be a whole new ball game in a sense, because writing on paper or writing on a canvas, that's something we've been doing since elementary. Yep. But now these are a different material, actually not different, expensive as fuck, depending on what shoe you get. So when did you start saying, I'm going to transition to shoes?
Shit, let's see. I've been wanting to do it for a while, like, I'll say about, like, 9th grade.
Okay.
Like, I really started looking into it, and I had customized my first shoes, and I think it was 9th grade when I first customized my shoes, and they were like blue and orange and stuff like that. A lot of people liked them, so I was like, shit, I need to get into customizing shoes.
Right. So, how old are you? Because you keep saying in 9th grade, that was just a little bit ago. Like, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So you've been out of high school for a little bit.
A couple years.
Okay.
But yeah, it started in 9th grade. Shit.
Yeah. So he brought some shoes, and I got distracted by them. They are beautiful. So tell me, what all did you do to them, and what was already, like, was the sole already that color, or you did that as well?
Oh, no, I did the sole. I did everything. This was an all-white shoe. I took the shoestrings out and everything, and also I painted the little character on the side.
That's so cool. So
it's a lean cup.
Double cup.
Yes, sir.
That's dope as shit. Like, I'm the type of person who can imagine cool shit. Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
That's dope as fuck. Yeah, see, I'm the type of person who has an idea and was like, oh, this shit's dope. But if I want to put it on paper or describe what I'm thinking, cannot do it. So what do you think, where do you think that comes from, where you can think of something and put it on paper or on canvas? I probably asked that question earlier, but
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I get my shit off Google sometimes. But there is some shit that I just be freehand painting and stuff like that. And I can, like, if I see an image, I can just, like, copy it real easy, like, but I'm drawing it. I ain't like tracing it. I can draw it, like, real easy and paint. I'm better at painting than I am drawing. I'll say that.
Really?
Way better at painting.
Fuck. And see, that's the cool thing. I was into Ink Master when it was on, I think, Paramount or whatever it was on. And I would see him trace shit off Google. I'm like, hold on, I thought y'all niggas was artists. What's going on here? But it's not. Yeah, it's not the fact that they were tracing. It's the fact of executing.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it was like, that's cooler. But I feel like the freehand shit is beautiful, because that's like, even to me, realism. Oh, it did that last podcast. My bad, man.
No,
even realism to me, it was like, how the fuck can you do that? Or drawing somebody's, I guess that's realism, drawing somebody's face.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Can you actually, different question. What was your most valuable thing that you've created or painted or Because I know you have a lot, and I know you have great shoes, but there was one that you had to have been like, fuck, I did this.
Shit, I have to say it'd be, shit, I don't know. It'd probably be these two.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll show you these ones too.
Oh.
Shit, I'm knocking shit over my phone. Yeah, these ones right here.
That's, yeah, okay. See, guys, I'm talented in speaking, right? I'm good at podcasting, but I'm lost for words right now. So if I fuck up on this, I just want y'all to know that this was better than my skills. I just want y'all to say that or know that.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are pretty cool.
Yeah, so the shoestrings are phenomenal. Did you make them like that, or how did that happen?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. You can order these motherfuckers.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't make these. That should be kind of hard, but I do put these on there.
That's dope as shit. So, are these your personal ones, or are these ones that you've created for somebody else?
Nah, these are my personal ones. Yeah.
And so, with your creations, are they able to be worn? That's probably a dumb question, but like, are they more for decoration or?
Yeah, you can wear them. I wear them all the time. Shit, as long as you put enough, if I put enough sealing and stuff on it, you can definitely wear them for a long time.
Yeah.
And also tell my customers if anything comes off, they can always come back and I'll just put it right back on for them.
Oh hell, okay. So yeah, I was about to ask. So the flowers, that's material, like something that okay.
Yeah. All my customers, if anything messes up, I always tell them to come back and I'll fix it, no charge. Shit,
yeah.
And see, if anything comes off, shit, because that ain't on them, that's on me. Shit.
Right, and that's the beauty, and that's what I think a lot of people should have a mindset into doing any type of business. Mm-hmm. Is that customer service goes a long way. Mm-hmm. Like, we want to support black businesses, but sometimes people feel entitled because they're black businesses, right? Like, oh no, I know my shit's good, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. No, we're not going to do that, okay? But I mean, that's a great mindset to have. So, how many people have you? Okay, I don't want to get all in your business, but how many shoes have you created since you've been doing?
I know I done did this over 100 times. Like,
golly,
I have my own shoes and stuff like that too. But all the practicing and repainting shoes, I done this over 100 times.
So the pressure's not there, because I would. For people who are not sneakerheads, these shoes cost bank. I spent $500 on like 4 pairs of shoes. Oh, yeah. Right?
Shit, you don't spend more than me.
So how do you handle that? Like, knowing that if I fuck these up, this can be an expensive fuck up.
Well, I don't really do like too many expensive shoes. I usually just do Air Forces and stuff like that, and they're usually painting, so sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't think I can finish these motherfuckers. But usually I pull through and I end up finishing them. And they look better than what I thought. Shit.
Hell yeah!
It's just really my self-doubts. And I stopped doubting myself after that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I saw the Lisa and Bart Simpson ones. Mm-hmm, yeah. I was like, that's fucking crazy.
I wish I had them. Shit. I feel like those are one of my best ones.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. And to me, when I saw it, I'm not capping you at all. When I saw it, I was like, fuck. Somebody shared some dude off TikTok that is really good. Like, he probably been doing this forever. And I saw like the comments like, oh, this shit's hard. And you responded. I'm like, this nigga live in Tulsa? And I was like, man, these are phenomenal. And I was like, I have to at least get to know you, just to see how this is, because since I've been podcasting, I've now seen the best side of Tulsa in the sense of all the talent that's here, from podcasting to comedy. Like, my comic book podcast partner, him and his wife had a wedding reception, and they had nothing but comedians there. The funniest shit I've ever been to. And it was like, I would never have known these people exist if I didn't want to better myself, if I didn't want to meet different people, hire my thought process or hire my inner circle. And this is what, this is what comes from it. You feel me? So that's a beautiful thing. Behind every great man, they say, is a woman. Yes, I see you have. Are you guys engaged or girlfriend?
No, we're not engaged yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be my lady.
Yeah, because I don't want to say girlfriend. People was like, oh, that's my fiance or what.
No.
Okay, so
that's my lady. She definitely she molded my girlfriend and shit.
Yeah, I mean the pictures that you guys take, I'm like, these two are royalty. You feel me? And that's what it feels like, and that's the beauty of what a couple should be, and that's what I'm striving for. You feel me? Like after, for sure. After me and my son's mom broke up, I don't know, or I'm. It's not that I have self-doubt. You feel me? Like, I know that I'm confident. I know I can lose weight. I know I can do whatever.
Hell yeah.
But it's like, will somebody actually love me how I wanted to be loved? Because me and her didn't get along in the sense of, I love corny shit. I love doing, whatever. Yep. And she's a little bit of the opposite. So when I would make a joke, she wouldn't laugh. I was like, damn, is there going to be a girl who thinks I'm goofy and also it's goofy with me? You feel me? And
there's always somebody out there for everybody.
Yeah, and that's what...
It might not be here, shit. You never know, but there's always somebody out there.
Bitch, you hurry up.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So how did you and your girlfriend meet? Because it takes a lot of determination that I'm seeing now to stick with somebody when they're doing something that is kind of out of the norm, like not a normal job.
Hell yeah, shit. We met at school. That's exactly where we met at. And shit, I say. Yeah, it was in 10th grade. That's where we met. It was in 10th grade, and it was really at the volleyball game. That's really where I was talking to her. Shit, I just approached her. Shit, that's how it happened.
Yeah,
that's really how it happened.
So he served and went over the net.
Yeah,
and he scored. I don't know volleyball like that. So I tried to.
But yeah, that's how it happened. But like over time, like we had our ups and downs and shit like that. But
for sure,
she changed me a lot too. She pushed me to do a lot of this shit. Actually started up, and man, she helped me start it up.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for her, shit, I wouldn't have a lot of shit. I wouldn't have as much done without her.
Right.
Like I definitely would have still had the same idea because I had it before we got together. But she definitely pushed me. She stood behind me. Shit, my mother stood behind me. Without them, shit, all this wouldn't even happen.
Yeah, and that's the beauty, I feel like, of what growth is. What's the nigga's name? It was a rapper from back in the day, and I think it was Pitbull. You remember?
Oh yeah,
I think it was Puerto Rican, whatever he was, right? Yeah. And he was like, when we're babies, when we tried to walk, everybody's like, yay, look at little Jimmy, he can walk. And when you fall down, they're like, get up. But when you get older, when you're trying to start your shoes or start a podcast, people are like, that shit's dumb. Like, nobody does that. There's multiple times my mom told me, you need to get a real job and make podcasting your part-time job.
Yeah, I hear you.
If I did, I wouldn't have been, I'm not as close to being done. I'm not even where I want to be. You feel me? But it's like, I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met other people if I focused on a real... Like, I work at a dispensary, which I can just chill at. You feel me? And it gives me an opportunity to focus on something I love. And it's like, why do we do that to people? Imagine how many great ideas have not been achieved because the support was off. Or they met the wrong people. Like, sometimes I'll be watching TV... And shout out to my sister. So my sisters call me messy, right? Yeah. They say I be doing messy shit. I don't think so. But they put me on Jocelyn's Cabaret. And they were talking and she asked a question. And when I was listening to the people giving her the answer, I was like, fuck, I wouldn't have said that. I would have said something different that probably would have changed the perspective or the idea of where the subject was centered around. And it was like, that's what I feel like needs to happen, just in general. We need to start speaking life into these people so we can start seeing how creative we are and start getting out of these environments where nothing is going to be.
It's definitely the mindset.
Right.
Definitely the mindset. So
what, if any, do you want to achieve more into your craft? Like, how far do you want to go? Because, I know customizing celebrity shoes is dope. Like, do you want to have your own shop? Like, what's the end goal?
I really, it's really just to open up the door to other things. What I really want to do is help other people. I really want to help other people reach their good levels, their potential and stuff like that. So this is just to open up the door. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I know this is gonna open up the door, and especially my YouTube channel too. It's gonna open up the door also.
To keep it a buck, I don't think I've ever met anyone like you. Because in a good way. Because like that answer, I was not expecting the answer at all. To help other people, like I'm a big Naruto fan, and you know some of the kids that I watch now they're teachers, and I'm like, damn, were they not good enough? Whatever the case may be, but it's like I know my full potential, and I want to bring it out of somebody else.
Hell yeah.
I want to, and I was like, that shit's so crazy to me because it's like you have so much to give, but it's like how much will you impact as an individual? And then on the other hand, if you teach children, now you have 4 that you're teaching. That's going to do way more. That still comes back to you.
Yes, sir.
And it's not a selfish thing. It's like I probably couldn't do what they can, but because of my teaching, now the world gets to enjoy the art.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yes,
like
I hear you.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing. I was watching Creed 2, and the dude was like,
that's a good movie.
yeah, he was like, what's the newest one? Creed 3?
Oh yeah, that's 3. Yeah,
Creed 3.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and
all of them is thorough.
Right, and the friend was like, does not make you mad that somebody else is singing your song? She was like, no, it's like it's art, it's beauty. Like I didn't write it for me personally, I wrote it for the world type shit. I'm paraphrasing, but that right there is the beauty of everything. Yeah. Is knowing that you can create something that everyone will love, and knowing that you did that.
I know exactly what you're saying. Cause that's real shit.
Yeah, and you said that you had a lot of ups and downs in your relationship and your personal life. What got you out of these holes, or like what did you do to help you persevere through these hard times? Because I know sometimes you had to have been like, "Fuck, I messed these up," or "I did this. I can't do this. What am I even doing?" Like
shit. I ain't gonna lie, there was times shit I spazzed the hell out. Shit,
right.
Be flashing out, shit, breaking shit, stuff like that. But really, I said it'd be my girl and my mother. My mother, she's heavily in the church. She's spiritual, very spiritual. She get to praying shit, you can't do nothing. Like, mama, when she start praying shit, I can't do nothing.
Yeah, you just have to accept the Lord's blessing at this point.
And I ain't gonna lie, that dude, shit, it comes, shit, it do work.
Right? No, and that's true, and that's something we have to look out for, because I didn't understand when God blesses you, it's not gonna be how you want it to be. Like,
yes,
I have a 3-year-old.
I'm going through that now.
Right? I have a 3-year-old, and I prayed for a son. I didn't know if I could do a daughter. I wanted a son because of the relationship that I had with my father. God gave me a son, and this nigga haven't left me alone since. He's daddy, and he doesn't call me daddy. He calls me pumpkin. But it's like, my nigga, can I chill? Like he woke up, rolled over, stood up, and jumped on me. I'm like, did you not want to like yawn at all? But no, it's beautiful because that is my blessing. But it's like, oh, I'm gonna give you a little extra dip on your chip, but it's gonna be enjoyable.
Yeah, shit. Hopefully, I'm praying. Shit, my first kid is a son. I'm praying.
It's
my
beautiful.
Kid to be a son.
Yeah, whenever you get to that point, don't feel bad to reach out because this shit is difficult. I
understand.
My dad didn't. I put my dad on game sometimes about how to raise children. Like he had my little brothers. They're 8 or 7 or whatever, and I'm still telling them, "Hey, this is probably not the best way to handle that. Like this is probably," and it upsets me that I have to, but it shows how much of a man I've became. You feel me? Like, now having a child, I don't feel like my life has changed any differently. I just feel like now I'm doing a little bit more. You feel me? Like, like just taking care of him, doing this, doing that. It's second nature now. So when I do shit and people are like, "Oh man, you're a good dad," or "I'm like seeing your son," I'm like, where else is nigga supposed to go? I don't. Nobody else is. I thought this is what you do.
That's
you feel me? Like,
like,
oh, your son loves you. Well, why is that not normal? You feel me? Like, oh, you kiss your son. Who else is gonna tell him they love him or he's handsome? Like, you feel me? Like, my parents told me I was fat a lot. They told especially my dad, a lot of mental abuse. You feel me? And I didn't want that for my child. You feel me? Like every time, hey, handsome, how are you doing? You're this, you're that. Because when it comes to him, oh shit, I am handsome. Oh, these girls think I'm, or nah, these girls ain't feeling me. Am I ugly? And that's the shit I have to step in and be like, you're the prize. You're the king in this.
Yes, sir.
Right? You bring everything. You build the house. She just sets the inside. She decorates that house.
Yes, sir.
But without you, that decoration's on the floor. You feel me? And that's what I'm trying to build towards. And that's why I felt like I stayed with his mom as long as I did, because I wanted to build that. I didn't want to be a fucking part-time dad. What does that look like? That's embarrassing as fuck to me. You feel me?
There's a lot of motherfuckers have that doubt. Shit, I don't care. I don't care if you think you the prettiest motherfucker out there. Shit, they always have that self-doubt. There's always that next female that you want or something like that. So you always had that type of doubts about yourself. Shit,
for sure.
But you eventually get over them.
Yeah,
you get over them. If you start training yourself mentally, shit, you straight.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm pretty sure you do that, don't you?
What?
You starting to train yourself mentally. You getting better at
it. Yeah. I'm getting better. So she cheated. She cheated on me. We still lived it. We weren't quote unquote together. We still had sex. We still kissed. We still hold hands. All this shit. Yeah. And then she's gonna go and have sex with somebody else. You feel? I'm pretty sure my audience is tired of hearing about this shit. But I'm hurt. All right, I'm hurt. Okay. but it's like now that's the type of hurt that it's like, now that you're living by yourself, now you're just getting ran through. Because we know girls that do, and it's not my business, but it's like, you're still connected to me. You feel me? So now I feel like I'm the butt of the joke, or I feel like now it's like, I don't know, maybe it's a selfish thing, but it's like, who knows what you're doing? I'm still getting mad at Shorty about this shit, and I know it's wrong.
We all been down that road,
right? And I know it's wrong.
We all been down,
and I want her to be happy, but I'm like, bitch, why did you have to do this to me? Like, I gave you she was my first everything. I gave her everything, but I wasn't the man who I am now, and that's cool. But when we have an agreement that we're gonna better ourselves, and you break that agreement, then it's like, damn, what was my efforts worth? You feel me? So when I want to go through this whole phase or want to go through this shit, like, it sounds cool, but it's like, why would I do to another nigga what somebody did to me?
I'll say, like, usually when you make an agreement with people, and if they can't keep up the pace with you, what else they gonna do?
Yeah,
they gonna start hating. Like, they gonna get mad, pointing the finger at you the problem. But you really excelling. Like, that's what comes with it.
Yeah, I met this girl. She was on my podcast, and she was just saying all the right shit, right? And I was like, damn, that's crazy how there was actually a female like her. Like, we had a date, and I'm asking, hey, how do you feel that I'm a dad? You feel me? How do you feel I may have to go to the zoo with hers? And all the things she said, I'm like, there's women that, like, you're for real cool with this? Like, you understand that I need to be here, that I need to be a man? Like, you understand this shit? And that was the beauty of something, hopefully, that I can obtain. You know, that's why I called it Martin and Gina's Diary, because if you look at that whole fucking series until the very end, when they start having they loved each other. Regardless if it was scripted, fake, whatever the case may be, that shit's obtainable. You feel me? And like, it's upsetting because I had to see white people live that life. I didn't get to see, you know, I mean, of course my mom's white, but I didn't see my black dad love somebody, whoever it may be. I didn't see him take care of a woman. You know, like, I saw him run a girl crazy. You feel me? I see when he did to my mom. I see when she did to him.
Shit, I ain't gonna let shit.
Right? And that shit. And that. I feel the way my dad used to treat my mom, in the sense of, like, he can just be cool and text her some mean shit. I'm like, wow, I'm doing that now. Because now it's like, I'm still frustrated about what you did to me. I'm going to keep reminding you, keep hurting you. And it's like, for what? What is worrying about something or making her feel as bad about something that is no longer relevant? You feel me?
Like, I hear you. I understand you. Like, shit, I'm practically in the same boat as you. Shit, I done been through the same shit. Like, but they both had their problems. They both did they little dirt and issues and stuff like that. So,
yeah, I mean,
I hear you. I understand you, bro.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I can be a man that will sit here and stand on his morals. And that's where I was going through this whole time frame of not knowing if podcasting was for me. Because I would tell people, and like I have relationship shit, I was telling them what, how to better themselves or how to do this, do that. And I'm over here crying over somebody. I'm over here not living how I'm supposed to. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Why can I not take my own advice? And I started to think like, all right, there's something deeper to this. This is not just her. You feel me? And that's why I started this new series called Still and Talk. This whole bringing up childhood trauma and talking about that. Because when I got down to the root, that's what it was. Yep. It was.
That's how you got to break it down too.
She treated me how my parents used to treat me. So it was comfortable. I was comfortable with the hurt. I was comfortable with the put downs. Like my own girlfriend would call me fat, and I'm like, man, I'm losing. Like, what do you mean? And that's the shit right there. It's like, I know at any point, I know how niggas are. You can go to a nigga with abs right now, and he can fuck you 10 minutes later.
I hear you.
But somebody that looks like me can't really do that. So it's like you telling me that, and you supposed to say you love me. That's the type of shit that got to a point to where it's like, well, what else do you want from me? You feel me? Like and she was a pretty woman, but she didn't have a fat ass. She didn't have, a hourglass.
She wasn't like a dime,
right? But she can still fuck somebody, right? Right. You feel me? So it's like, it's not that I can't. It's that I don't feel like I can. You feel me? So
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I mean,
but man, like shit, I'm in the same boat as you. I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel like your woman, she know what to say. She know how to press your buttons. Right.
And that's the shit, man. It's like they said good guys they finish last. I don't believe that. I feel like good guys, they finish in first place when they find the good woman. Because good guys find the bad girls. The good girls find the bad guys. That's why they say you end up last. No, you were just going in the wrong fucking direction. You thought you were hopping in the car and finishing the race, but you were going backwards the whole time. You were missing every sign that says this nigga ain't good for you. This girl ain't good for you. And I didn't look at those signs. I was too busy by the ass, by the titties, by the sex. I was too busy by all that. But now I have a girl I have a son with a girl who I shouldn't even liked. I shouldn't even have replied to type shit. And not saying I regret anything with her, because without her I don't think I would be this man. But it's like, now I have to pick up the pieces from something you shattered. You feel me? So yeah, I mean it's difficult, and I'm glad to hear all that you're doing. I'm glad to hear that you and your girl are in a position where you guys can better each other, better yourselves, and that's the beauty. I mean,
yeah, it's really a mindset. Like I said, I'm kind of a spiritual person too. Like shit, I say like if you get right with God, shit, He starts putting you with the right people.
For sure,
the right people's already lined up. It's just when you get your mind right, you'll start meeting the right people.
Yeah,
circles start changing. I mean, some people is gonna have to get left behind. Shit,
for sure.
If they ain't getting right and they ain't trying to support you off in what you doing, shit, they gotta go.
Yeah,
like you said, if you're bad, you always gonna be in your kid's life.
For sure,
you always gonna be there. But if she ain't trying to get right with you, shit.
Yeah, and see, and that's the thing. I think people need to understand is God does put good people in your life, right? Yeah. But I believe life is two sides, like a coin, heads and tails.
Yeah.
On the flip side, the devil is going to keep people in your life that are not good for you.
Yeah.
And you're going to think that they're God's blessing, and they're not.
No.
So you have to differentiate. That's what I had to do now.
Yeah.
But God used the devil to show me that what this girl is bringing to my life is not what I need. Because she moved out, I was like, damn, you know, maybe we can make it work one more time, blah, blah, blah. Not back together type shit, but yeah, you can stay here or we can keep having sex, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. She ends up moving back in and it went back to the same old patterns, arguing, all that shit. And I was like, damn, I didn't miss you. I missed the sex. I missed the this. I missed the that. I miss you just being here. I miss rolling over and you're there. But I don't, when I wake up and now we're arguing, like already, that's the type of shit I don't. I wake up happy now, you feel me? I can come in this bitch and do whatever I want.
Man, like, real shit, like, I understand that, like, just what you just said about, like, the devil can put the wrong people and shit in your life. Yeah, you ain't lying. I just wrote a quote earlier off of my notes. I'll be writing shit in my notes. But it went like, the devil has his way of rewarding people too.
Yeah, for sure.
People think it's God rewarding them, but that ain't the case. If you doing bad and you doing
right, well, and that's the thing. That. And I don't shame anybody.
I know.
If you're a man, do whatever you want to do. If you're a girl, do whatever you want to do. But when I see these rappers, these gangster rappers talking about killing people, or these girls shaking their ass in the music video, or saying I have a wet pussy, and they're like, I just want to thank God. I want to thank
the kids running in the background, all that shit. Yeah,
like I don't think God wants you to thank him after you just sung wet ass pussy. I don't think that's the goal. You feel? So it's like all because we hear the word God, we're thinking about our God. But God just means somebody you believe in or some shit. Like,
he all the same person.
The devil is a god.
He all the same person.
Like, right, the devil is a god.
He all the same person.
All these other people are gods to somebody. So it's like,
even if you don't believe in something. If you don't believe in yourself,
believe in yourself. If you don't believe, and that's how I'm living.
I don't judge nobody if you don't believe shit. That's just you,
right? And that's how I'm trying to live my life now. My friend a while back ago told me him and his girl did something that was kind of like out of the norm, like not the norm, but something happened, and he was upset with the decision, and I was like, you know what, bud, I can't blame you for what you chose to do. It's between you, your girlfriend, and whoever you believe in. And if you don't believe in anybody, it's between you and your girlfriend. If you don't have a girlfriend, nigga, it's between you. Okay? And that's the thing, and that's why I wish the world was that way. Like, why worry about the next man if you can still die today? You feel me? Like, other people worrying about the wrong shit, and it's like, what comes with it? There's nothing beneficial. You know DJ Academics, right?
Oh yeah.
So he was.
Yeah, I know that.
I don't know. I've seen the guy, but I don't really know his name. But he was talking to a guy. He was like, he was like, who's more gangster, Drake or somebody? And the dude was like, how old are you? He was like, 34. Dude was like, damn. And people were like, what is he damning about? And it was like, see, you're not on that mindset. This nigga is 34 years old and worrying about other men being gangster? Nigga, that's not gangster. What do you... Man. Like, you have to think differently. You have to move. In the Bible, it said, when I was a kid, I did kid things. When I grew up, I put away those childish things and became a man.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? And it's like, that's how we need to start living our lives, because once we start living our lives, everybody, we start to do shit like this. We start to do this. We are starting to better ourselves, because now we're putting away shit that brings us nothing. Kevin Hart says, I don't watch fighting videos. What value is that bringing to my life? You feel me? I'm still gonna watch a fight video, but I'm just saying. I box, so I
watch
like
a couple of them.
I just like seeing technique and shit, and be like, well, you should have slipped there. But anyway,
I ain't gonna lie, I do get tired of seeing my folks always fight, bro.
For sure,
especially over the smallest shit. I'm tired of seeing these motherfuckers shooting each other, all that shit.
Man,
I'm tired of that, bro.
I can go to Facebook, and every time I'm scrolling, it's black guy meets a cop or racist Karen. I'm like, can I just see memes? Can I just see anything? That's not this. And that's why social media has been it's been a blessing, but it's been a curse, because it's now we're looking at curse. Right, and it's like
the whole time, shit.
Right, and it's like
you can use it as it depends on the person. But
yeah, exactly. I mean, just like money, like anything. Man. But it's like social media has given us an outlet to now see individuals that we can never get to. Yeah. Like as a young girl, I'm not a young girl, but as a young girl, if I'm seeing Cardi or if I'm seeing Nicki, you know, I'm in Barbados with my nigga, I'm this, I'm that, hot girl summer. No. Well, I can't get that money, but I can act that way. Yeah. I will never be able to get there, but I can be there in my mind. And now you're having all these
hot. It ain't just young girls, shit. This nigga.
Right. But you're having, but yeah,
you're
right.
Highly influenced, like we was talking about earlier. Like,
yeah, and it's like the world allows that to happen, so we can have young girls pregnant. We can have people selling drugs because they can't take care of that young girl and that young baby. You feel me? So and that's the thing. It's like Rick Ross, he got his endorsement took away. The whole song, he was talking about killing niggas, selling drugs. He said one thing about raping, I think, a white girl or something. They're like, nigga, give me this endorsement. We're not going to let you. If you said you're going to rape a black girl, cool. But now you saying anybody else, no, nigga, we're about to show you're not going to rape no white girl. But that's the thing that we have to start understanding is what these rappers do, say, and live is not reality. Like if I think I love Batman, if I think I could be Batman but to get my ass beat, I'm about to die out here. Batman is not for real. That shit is not obtainable in real life.
Hell no.
I'm holding niggas accountable. Right. What you say. If you say some shit like that, you just gonna get your ass whooped. We done did it plenty times before. We heard you done did something to somebody young shit.
Right.
We whoop your ass for it. Like it's just.
But
that's just crazy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it starts at home. Just to tie everything up, and we'll start wrapping it up here. But it's like to tie everything back to when our parents need to instill these certain things in us. Because if I knew that I can be somebody without being a basketball player, football player, rapper, I would have.
Hell yeah.
You feel me? Imagine how many people spent their whole life being a basketball player and now are nothing.
Yeah, shit. I knew I wasn't gonna like that. Came in like 9th grade. I'm like, man, everybody better than me. I'm like,
right.
Man, look at
well,
these motherfuckers.
You probably know my cousin Anthony. Played for team. Yeah. So he had a whole depression thing. It's a great video. I don't know if you watched it, but it was like he had suicidal thoughts, but it got to a point to where the pressure built up and he didn't feel like he was achieving that level. And it's like, why that only, I'm not gonna say only, because I'm pretty sure there's other kids who feel this way, but in my experience, only black kids have to feel like they have to be a rapper, basketball player, and football player.
Hell yeah, I agree.
Go to any school in the hood. How many people want to be a basketball player? How many people want to be a football player? Well, how do you get there? Bro. Do you know the statistics? They don't understand that because they're not good at math. They're not good at reading, but they know how to dribble a fucking basketball.
Hell yeah.
And when you get to a point where just dribbling is not good enough, then you just have niggas going back to the hood. Little boys that didn't get to grow up because they were focused on one thing, not knowing the reality of it.
Yeah, real shit. Like I said, like everybody gets them thoughts, bro. Like real shit. When you think you're not living up to what you thought you was gonna be, everybody get them thoughts. But when people's looking in, shit, they see it. They know you got it. Shit, like you said, your cousin Anthony, shit, he got it.
Yeah,
shit, and I seen that little nigga, man. I seen him the way he was hooping ever since middle school, bruh. He should have been hooping shit levels before us.
Yeah,
he can hoop.
And that's the thing. It's like
he gonna make it too. Watch, I'm betting on it. He gonna make it.
Yeah, I agree. And
he gonna be all right. He gonna be set.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's in a new position now. I'm happy for him. But yeah, I mean, it just gets to a point to where if whatever talent you guys have, you have to focus on that and that alone. You have to be selfish. This is the thing that people needed to instill in us as young children. Be selfish for what you believe in. Don't knock everybody out or be a dick or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to your craft, whatever everybody else says, they can't do it.
Yeah.
And if they can, you better show me. And if you can, I'm going to work twice as hard just to show you that you're not going to leave me behind. If you're going to be great, I'm going to be great too. You feel me? And that's
to me, it's not even a competition shit. Me,
well, no,
I'm just
right.
Like, I get what you're saying, like real shit. Like, if you want to do what I'm doing, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But if they come to me, don't make it a competition.
Right.
I'm gonna continue doing me.
Exactly, and that's the whole jealousy thing. It's like, if I have food on my plate and I'm no longer hungry, I don't have to keep eating. I can let you have some.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I'm booked up right now. Check out my man's.
Yep.
Or
Real
nah, I don't know about this subject in podcasting, but I know who does. You feel me? It's like, why can't we do that? Why are we so crustacean in a bucket?
Yep. Shit, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
shit.
I didn't want to use the CRAB word,
Yeah,
but
I heard you. Yeah, I heard you.
but you know, we don't need to be that. You feel me? So
shit, I ain't even on all that shit, but I know you got your friends and shit like that. But
I'm not cool, man. I'm not cool.
We definitely that.
Oh yes, it's just my environment, guys. I'm sorry. It feels weird to say, so I can't really say it.
That's where we go back to what I said earlier. Like, I want to help people.
Yeah.
Like, that's all. I feel like I get visions every day of like, shit, you gonna be helping people. Like, you always, like, shit, I saved a life before.
Damn.
So,
hold on. I got that.
yeah, my homeboy shit.
He said, I saved it. Are you Jesus? Is this what's going on?
Shit, I say this nigga twice. I ain't gonna lie.
Twice?
But, yeah.
Hold on. This, I have to hear this.
Shit, one.
If it's legal, I have to hear
Really
this.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Like, we actually became best friends after that. But I only played.
I would have been your best friend too. You just saved me.
Man, I only played with him like once. Shit, we was playing football where I met him in the apartments, and one day cause he stayed in the same apartments as my auntie and shit like that, and we played football that first day and shit like that. And a couple days went by and I haven't went down there. The next time when I came back down there, this motherfucker was riding a ripstick, and he came down this damn ramp, like the ramp in the driveway, and he hit a rock or something. That motherfucker just straight slammed and like hit his head and shit. Like, he knocked himself unconscious, and I was like, God damn. Like, I thought he was gonna get back up.
Yeah.
But I seen like that nigga was slumped, so I walked over there and his shit was bleeding. I was like, God damn. So I picked him up and I was like walking him basically. Like, I had to pick his ass up and walk him to his crib. And as soon as I got him there, shit, his grandma and his mom, shit, they got to call the ambulance and shit like that.
Damn.
Then the next time, basically the same thing happened, but this time, shit, we was
It
like...
was a skateboard this time. Wasn't it? He learned from his lesson.
Nah, fuck that. It wasn't a damn skateboard. Bro, we was wrestling outside, bro, and there's like this big-ass manhole, but it comes up, like, they build concrete, and it comes up out of the ground.
Okay, like a whale type shit?
Yeah, and I don't know how the fuck he tripped over the bike, but he tripped over the bike, and he fell backwards, and that, he straight hit that shit, and it busted his head open again. He just sitting there slumped again. I had to pick his ass up, take him back home. Man, my nigga knocked himself out unconscious twice.
Tell him never to get into a fight, because once you've been knocked out multiple times, you can't fight that good anymore.
Man, nah,
because you're going to sleep a lot.
Nah, my boy good. He got some hands. Nah, shit.
Good.
Oh,
you better dodge and dip.
Yeah. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. He put it on some niggas before. Shit,
good, because fuck, he's 0-2 versus the ground.
Hell yeah, I can't say too much, but yeah, bro, put it on some niggas.
Yeah, as he should, man. But man, it's been a wonderful podcast. Last question. I love doing this with people who are inspirational or whatever the case may be. What would you say to an individual that wants to start customizing shoes or being an artist or being anything creative? What would you say to them to chase their dreams?
What would I say? Shit. Go for it. Like, nothing stopping you. Shit. Everything takes practice. There's not one professional that doesn't practice.
Yeah.
Good
besides
practice.
AI, Allen Iverson don't practice.
Bro, I say this all
That's why he don't got a ring.
I say this all the time. Yes.
That's why he don't got a ring.
He said practice. Practice.
Imagine if he would have said that now. Suspended. Suspended. Nigga, what?
He said, y'all talking about man,
not the game. Yeah, not the game I come out here and die for.
Yes.
Not the game you go out there and get a championship either.
It's the mental state. Like, real shit. Like, You can do anything. Just put your mind to it. I don't care if it's the hardest thing out there. Nothing stopping you.
Right.
You can go and you can do it.
Yeah. Well, man, I really appreciate it. Let's do this again. We can talk about whatever if you want to customize some shit. I'm definitely need an estimate on those because
Yeah, I got you.
I can probably like those two right there, or somebody. I'll send you something.
Yeah.
But
If not, shit, I can do it. You wear Air Forces, bro?
no, I got
I ain't gonna lie.
I got those ones, and then yeah, I got some black ones.
I ain't gonna lie, shit.
So like, are
I
these?
can hook
I don't
you
know
up.
shoes. Are these Air Forces?
Yeah,
or what
yeah,
it-
yeah.
Okay.
Air Force One.
So get something like that. It'll be easier.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, I can do almost like all them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
on there,
and-
on Air Forces.
Yeah, Air Forces are like $100.
Yeah, that's why I said like
Okay.
they not really expensive. Everybody gets Air Forces, shit.
Yeah, just don't get the black ones because
Yeah.
those Black Force energy is not.
I
Not
ain't
what
gonna
it should
lie,
be.
Shit, I need to get me a pair of shit. It's funny. I customize shoes. My ain't even got me a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
Shit. I just customize them for people.
Hell yeah. No, man, I'm looking forward to it. I probably won't even wear them. I'll probably have them hung up somewhere because that's, to me, this is like the coolest shit I've had on here that people have brought.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Real
Like
shit.
I had to get you on. It's been a pleasure. But everybody, thank you guys for watching. If you have any dream, follow that dream. And
Hell yeah.
this podcast was very informational all around. I don't think I've been I wouldn't say engaged. I'm engaged in a lot of conversations, but like this one's a good one. You know,
Yeah,
like
appreciate it.
like I
Real
said,
shit,
I've
boys.
never met somebody like you. So some of your questions have really,
Yeah.
changed my way of thinking. So
Yeah.
everyone, again, I appreciate it. From us to you all, may your pain be champagne.
Yes.